Hi, welcome to Snob TV. I'm Kelly Cook.
And I'm Tina Craig. Here at Snob TV, we're always showcasing top designers and fashion icons. But today we have a rare treat, an icon in the making. Bag designer Devi Kroell. Actually, she's had more than a few awards in the bag, including CFDA Accessories Designer of the Year.
Her bags have been gracing the arms of bag lovers from coast to coast and all over the world, actually, and it has caught the attention of bag snob readers. So we're here at Devi Kroell's showroom, and she is going to show us her latest fall bags.
I'm so excited, and here she is. Hi, Devi!
Hi, Devi!
Hi, Tina. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you girls again.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
We're so excited about the fall line. But first, we want to ask you, when did this obsession begin with handbags?
I think that the whole handbag thing has been laid into my cradle, literally. My mom used to tote around an alligator bag where she put all my bottles, my diapers, and so forth. So I think that the whole handbag.
But have you had any formal training in design?
Yeah, my background is actually fashion. I used to study fashion design at the University of Applied Arts in Vienna. My teachers were Helmut Lang and Jean-Charles de Castelbajac. And they trained me, very tough training, I have to say. And after that, I sort of drifted into accessories. It had a natural attraction for me. And I started with handbags. It was just the right thing at the right time. And here it is, my handbag line.
So where did you grow up? Because your style is very distinct.
I traveled a lot as a child. I lived in a ton of different countries, from Indonesia to Malaysia, Singapore, Greece, Israel,
Okay, because that really
Italy.
shows.
Yes, so all over the world. And I think I've had really different influences from all these places. Indonesia, for example, really put that whole snakeskin thing into my blood. You see snakes there all over the markets, you see lizards, you see really all sorts of bizarre animals, yeah, all over. So for me it was kind of normal, and when I first started bags, to me it was quite the thing to do, to go into all these exotic materials.
So when you're designing a line like this, what is the process?
What I like to do is I like to sit down at a cafe somewhere and watch people pass by and see what they wear, what their inclinations are. And usually you get a pretty good idea of what is in right now. Paris, obviously, Florence, Rome. And then sometimes when you travel to places like Tokyo, it's also very interesting because it's so different from what you see here in New York. I look at buildings, I look at materials used in buildings, and I try to, not that I try to mimic it, but it inspires me, and I try to recreate certain textures that I see in architecture. I find that very inspiring. For this collection here, what I wanted to do was to move a little bit away from the very slouchy shapes that I'm known for. So I wanted to do something a little bit more structured.
Like this,
so
one is
exactly,
amazing.
this is where this one comes in, the accordion. Depending on how much stuff you have in your bag, you can either expand it or leave it the way it is. So the first thing was really to go into a more structured direction. And the second thing was to mix materials, because as said, everybody's doing snakeskin, so I felt the urge of doing something different. Still exotic, still surprising, but different from what everyone else is doing.
Well, right here you can see that this is a very soft shade green with python, but yet you've got eel right there.
Yes.
So it gives it even more depth and texture.
I'm very detail-oriented. I think that comes from my jewelry background.
We can tell because your bags, we always say, are the only bags that you can turn inside out and use the inside, because it's like
lining is
tight,
beautiful.
meticulous, and beautiful.
That's the best compliment you can pay me.
Oh, I'm so glad. So what do you love most about being a designer?
What I love most is really being at the factory, working with the people at the factory, and getting their input on how things are feasible technically or not feasible, touching the different materials, working at the tanneries, and really getting all these beautiful finishes done, because it looks all very easy, but in fact there's a lot of research behind that. So that's really the favorite part of mine.
So what can we expect next year? What are the trends that you see?
Well, the trends that I see is really going away from the it bag. I think that's very 90s or very early 2000s. I think people want to be unique. They would like to have pieces that are not what their neighbor would typically wear. They don't want to be caught in the same room with the same bag as somebody else. I think that's really one of the main trends.
Well, thank you so much, Devi. We had such a good time talking to you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for showing us the new fall collection. We can't wait till it hits the stores. Thanks for tuning in to Snob TV. Remember the name Devi Kroell. She is Bag Snob's bag designer to watch for.
I know I've picked out a couple of bags for myself and some shoes too. For more on Devi, check out bagsnob.com.
We'll see you online.